can have the rest of your breakfast in a bit. You can. You can. You snuggling? You're snuggling over there. Good morning, Cow. Morning, Joe. Good morning, Anhul and Eddie and Kai. I hope you all had lovely weekends. Good morning, Zara. Good morning, Saffron. How are you all? How be do? Morning, Molly. Morning, Bubble and Bulba and Vamp and Nick and Sapphire. Fairly good? Good. Good morning, Tom and Palin and Alex. Morning, Rob. Doing better now? That's good. Lazy butt treats. Did you have a good birthday? Lazy? Good morning, Feline. David, thank you very much for the 6 months. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Ravine. Oh, another one. Harry, thank you very much for the 36 months. 3 years of bun. Good buns. Good morning, Tiger. And morning, Rob. I'm glad you are feeling better though, Molly, and I hope everyone else had very lovely weekends. I had, why is Gerry so alert? Because he's looking at me to see if I go towards the breakfast. He's a coiled spring. If I make one move towards the pellet bowl, that boy will be over here in a split second. Off work with a migraine. Oh, that's poopy. Good morning, handsome. Gerry, do you want your breakfast? Oh, moving slowly towards the pellet bowl. Bunnies. Morning, Megalomaniac. It's been a good weekend, but like a mixed weekend. Because let me just get that tuft. Sorry. So we got up both days for good morning, Loboto. Morning, Minion. We got up both days for exercise, which is against my nature. So I was quite sleepy. Like, I'm glad I did it. But I was quite sleepy. And yep, Tabs is here. Tabs showed up on Sunday. Buddy Chewy. Good morning, Bun Bun. Tabs is currently staring at his food bowl, asking me to change his breakfast. He's been doing it for like quite a while. I've told him that's the breakfast he's getting, but he seems to think if he stares at me for long enough, I will give in and change it. So any hope of us seeing Taboo through the window? I guess it depends if he might do. The problem is Alex is upstairs, so he's more likely to go to Alex. It's usually if I'm alone in the house and he hears me talking downstairs that he'll be like, oh, I'll go see what she's up to. But yeah, he'll probably just go and hang out with Alex. But yeah. Oh, I keep thinking I've got this tuft and then I see it and it's still blooming there. But yeah, so he got here yesterday via Kirsty. But Kirsty's not staying here, she's elsewhere. But yeah, there was the Wimbledon. Thank you very much for the follow. Good morning, Owls. We watched both the Wimbledon finals over the weekend. Well, I say both. We didn't watch the doubles. We watched the women's and the men's finals. And we did a cream tea, which is very nice. Good morning, Casey. And what else did we do? I basically just like got up early, did exercise, then ate a lot of food, and was just sleepy for the rest of the day. That was most of yesterday. But then, excitingly, last night I was getting ready for bed. Oh, thank you, Vamp. didn't confirm you'd also filled Kirsty's food bowl. No, she's filling her own food bowl this morning. Um, uh, I was getting ready for bed and I could hear like really loud snuffling. And I was like, oh my gosh, we must have like, because it sounded like when Squeak got into the floorboards. And I was like, oh my gosh, Juliet is definitely not in the floorboards because I'm looking at her. So we must have like rats in the loft or rats in the walls or something. And then I was like, but I know what does snuffle really loudly and it's hedgehogs. But I was like, but I can't be hearing hedgehogs from this high up, surely. But I looked outside and it genuinely was. We had 2 hedgehogs in the front garden. And yeah, they were just like snaffling around. So I came downstairs and I like peeked out the window and I just watched both of them sort of snaffling. And then they went off a bit, but I chucked some of Tabs's food outside for them. Just a little bit, because obviously it's more important that they find their own food naturally. But I just wanted to help them be like, here you go, here's a little bit. Just in case they hadn't found any bugoos. Was the male doing the sex thing? They're so loud when they do that. Well, I was wondering what they were doing because they kept on seeming to have like a little bit of a scuffle every now and then, and I was like, not in a bad way. They weren't like full on fighting. I was like, but I couldn't tell if it was like one of them was trying something amorous and the other one was like, no, I'm trying to get dinner, or if But yeah. Do the buns not get excited? I don't even know what word I was trying to say then. I think I tried to say exhaled. Do they not get upset at the loud sniffing outside? They did get a little bit first once because basically I opened the window and I sat on the windowsill and I was sticking my phone outside to get videos of them, and that was like that was annoying the buns. Well, Ffion specifically. Gerry just doesn't know what's going on. But yeah, I've seen them before. The male circles the female. The female keeps facing them down, going no. But yeah, they were just really cute. They're just really cute, and I did get some videos that are a bit too doxing to put into the Discord, but I sent them to Alex's mum because I know that she loves hedgehogs. I sent them to my parents as well, and it was just like, look, we've got hodge pigs. But I knew that they lived in next door's garden because he's told us that like he has cats and he leaves like food out for them every night, sort of thing. But it's the first time that I've like seen them come over into our side. Shark Dog, thank you very much for the sub. And I'm slightly behind in comfort zone. Any more naked Zyla streams in the last 3 weeks? In the last 3 weeks? No. I think it was 4 weeks ago. The last Zyla's nudity appearance, I think. But yes, thank you for the sub. Look at your little curly whisker you've got going on there. Not seen hedgehogs in ages. I hadn't seen them well, I used to see them because I worked at the vet. But I've not seen any like in the wild for a long time until last night. The wild streets of Bristol. But yeah, they were very cute. I wish I could have got closer to them, but I obviously didn't want to disturb them. So but I'm really tempted to just like, if it wasn't so rainy at the moment, I'd be really tempted to set bun cam down outside and see if I could capture some snuffling of the hodge pigs. But yeah, it's just been the same Kate Bush dream being talked about for the last few episodes. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on bringing that dream every week and see how long Kirsty puts up with it for. So you managed to snatch Rythian for a Wednesday. Yeah, well, actually, he asked me. He was like, I've got keys to this escape thing. Do you want to do it? He was like, because I'm already streaming with Kirsty on Thursday, uh, I'll ask you instead. I was like, yay, second choice. But there's no Kirsty tomorrow because obviously she's still on her trip. So it would just be a solo day on Tuesday. I was really tempted to just take Tuesday off, truth be told, to you know when you just like have lots of little jobs and you are finding it difficult to find time to do them. It would just be nice to just have a day of doing little admin things. But I figure I might do that maybe in Tiny Teams week. You know, Zona, you have Taboo. True. We can play a co-op game together. But yeah, I figured maybe I'll take a day off in Tiny Teams week to get stuff done because then there'll be lots of other people streaming at that time anyways. Good morning, Nina. How you doing? Sit outside with the hedgehogs. They are so snuffily loud. Because I've heard how loud they are when they come into the vets and you can hear them. But like from oh no, I'm going to get into the floors argument again. From a raised place from the ground floor. They are just so loud. You want to go back to bed? That is a big mood, Nina. I'm really sleepy this morning. Just because of having two early starts over the weekend and then it's just really noisy outside. Because because we moved back into our bedroom, which I guess is good because otherwise I wouldn't have heard the hodgepicks. But it's just so noisy. So noisy. I'm tempted to go into the back bedroom tonight and just cuddle with Tabs instead. You know, birds can't feel spice. Yeah, because that's why people give parrots like peppers and stuff. Because they don't, it just doesn't affect them the same. Buns are not the same, no. Buns shouldn't be in spicy things. And I don't think they would. I think they would naturally not want to anyway, so they would avoid them. But yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say, oh, so big news. Sad news. Happy news. Happy sad news. Sappy news? Had news. So, well, it's happy news. It is happy news. So Giulietta has officially got an adopter. No, she's the adoptee. She's been adopted now. So, she will be. They're just adding the final touches to their setup, and then they will be. News of the myriad of swirling feelings. Yes. So she will be going off to a new home in the next couple of weeks, which is like very lovely. It's very lovely that she has found a forever home. I'm very happy. I will miss her so much. She is just such a special hom. Like all homs are special, but I guess you bond with some. Like even so, I got a message from the lady who runs the she's in charge of like the foster homes in for hamsters in this rescue, and she was like, I was saying to her like it's gonna be so hard, like she's such a lovely hamster. I'm like sad to see her go, but I'm happy that she has a home. And the lady was like, this is the lady who she had Giulietta before me, like she fostered her very briefly before I took over, and she was like, truth be told, my hamster died last month and I've been tempted to adopt Giulietta because she was just so lovely. So it's nice that like she's gonna be very loved. So I'm happy that she's got a new home, but I'm sad for me because I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss her a lot. But, you know, I guess there's like, I saw that another rescue that I follow is looking for foster homes for hamsters. So I guess even if Bristol Rabbit Rescue and Friends, who I currently foster for, even if they don't have any more coming in, I could always foster for another rescue. Alternatively, I did actually do a naughty, and I started. There's a rodent rescue in Bristol called Micklemarsh Mouse House, and I was looking at who they have available at the moment, and they have a group of 3 mice, and I was like, ooh, could I get the mice? But because I never got to have a group of mice. I only had Dime on his own, and then obviously that didn't end very well, bless him. But has there been a period of time when you haven't looked at rescues? No. Even if I'm not looking at rescues for me, I'll always be looking at rescues for other people. So if a friend ever makes the mistake of being like, oh, I'd love a dog, but they'd have to have these specific things, I will immediately know which dog breed will be like the best fitting dog for them, and then I'll be like, I will look at all the rescues and find out if I can if I can find this specific dog for them. Like a talent agency I am, but for doggos and cats. Sophia signed us up to adopt 2 rescue cats. Oh, that's exciting. That is exciting. It's like the number of like FIV cats that I send to Kirsty. Honestly, I'm always like, friend for taboo. And I'm always sending her rats as well. I'm just like, look, just move to Bristol, get the rattos. There is currently an FIV boy at the rescue who is very cute. He's called Noah. And it's quite funny because I sent him to Kat and was like, you could have your own taboo. And then I was like, I sent him to Kirsty and was like, I'm trying to persuade Kat to get this cat. And she was like, no, I'm trying to persuade Kat to get this cat. So we're both working different angles on trying to get different cats adopted. Ginger, thank you very much for the sub. What's a sheep's favorite car? A Lamborghini or a Lamborghini? It's not Hercules. This is Noah. I don't think Hercules has FIV. I think he's just a scrungy boy. But he is very cute. Or maybe he does have FIV. I can't remember now. But I also sent him to Kat, truth be told. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Anhul, you're adopting Hercules, so can't have him being stolen out from under you. Oh. Fifi! Fifi, don't dig on that one. Fifi! Fifi? Fifi? Fifi! Why? Why? What are you doing? Come on. Come on, Fifi. What if we dig over on this one? Nope. Is that it? It's either that one or no sofas. Oh, hello. You pickle. You pickle. Are you going back to the same one? You can go up on this one. This one's fine. Blanket is there. Blanket is good. Hello, Gerry boy. Oh. Okay, she's digging at the other blanket now. It's fine. It is fine. But yes, Fifi. Fifi. Come on. Fifi. Look, Fifi, what's over here? Fifi. Come, Fifi. Fifi. Come on. Fifi. Sarah has not met the bunnies yet, no. We keep on trying to arrange stuff, but then we keep on being busy on alternating weekends. So, yeah, she's still not been around to meet them, but she will be. Fifi. Come, Fifi. What's it? Do, do, do. Oh, Fifi. She just wants to dig where she wants to dig. Hello. Still can't get over your giant worms. Yeah. I have 3 giant worms, and I have become a giant worm at one point as well. So I guess technically 4, if you count me. Hello. I've also, I keep being tempted by bunnies in various rescues and guinea pigs. Can't forget the guinea pigs. I don't know what happened to Butterpan and Marziescotch. Butterscotch and Marzipan in the end, because they only had until like the end of June to be adopted, and they've not done any updates, so I don't know if they ended up having to be transferred over to the other rescue or if they did get adopted in the end. But yeah. What was I going to say? Alex was saying yesterday, because at one point he had said like, we won't foster again after Giulietta because like all the bills were rising and stuff, and it does cost a lot to foster. But then he said that, and I was like, okay, that's fair dues. I won't argue with that. That's very sensible. And then so I told him about Giulietta going. And he was like, guess we'll just have to get the tank cleaned out for the next one. And I was like, the next one? And he was like, yeah, for the next foster. And I was like, okay. I will do that. You have said to do that, so I will do it. But to be honest, because like I already had the stuff to just say nothing. He forgot. Because I already had the stuff to clean out Giulietta, which I've obviously held off doing now that she's going to be going. So I've already paid for the stuff anyway. So we may as well get another one. And like I said, maybe it will be a boy hom this time. Because I'm just curious to see the difference between boy homs. Because they are just meant to be a lot lazier. So I could get on board with that. Good morning, B. You'll be wasting money not rescuing one. This is true. This is true. It's I've never had a dwarf hamster, no. I think I might have when I was very little. There's a big distinct difference that they drag around behind. When I was younger, a friend of mine had... This is back in the days when the internet wasn't really a thing, so people didn't really know about how to look after animals right. And he had like 4 different hamsters, all in these tiny cages, and they're all very aggressive because looking back, they're in tiny cages and they were just angry all the time. So I think that sort of tarnished my view of dwarf hamsters, because I was like, oh my gosh, every dwarf hamster I ever knew as a child was just a horrendous monster. But looking back, I'm like, oh, it's because they were kept in horrible conditions, bless them. So yeah, I'd be curious to look after one. In a way, I sort of would really like to look after a dwarf hamster in the tank that we have now, just because the idea of like, I guess sometimes when Syrians are in it, you feel like it still feels like it's too small for them, even though it's like, what, like 120 centimeters by 60 centimeters or something. Like it is well above the recommended tank size. But just the idea of there being like a teeny tiny little dwarf hamster in there is very amusing to me. So I would like to look after one, as long as they weren't an angry one. I think the only I think they have a Russian white at the rescue at the moment, but they're a look, don't touch hom. So, yeah, they wouldn't be a super snuggly one, but I would love to. Apparently, they've got a hamster at the rescue. I think it might be one of the only other two that are being fostered at the moment. But they had one who was just given away by a breeder because they didn't take to being picked up as quickly as the other ones. So they were just like, I have no time for this hamster. Be gone. And it's like, oh, they're actually a very sweet hamster. It's just that they're like, they just took a little while longer than the others. It is poop. Dwarf hamsters are very small. They're little like Rabrovskis. They're adorable, tiny little squishers. I find Syrians to be very nippy, but dwarfs are not so angry. See, that's so weird because I've always thought it was the other way around. I've always thought Syrians were like the big sort of docile giants of the hamster world, and then the dwarfs were a bit more like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get them fingies. But I guess to be honest, like it's all, there are so many factors. Like, they come out more during the day. I think they've accidentally trained Giulietta to be more nocturnal than she was when she first came to us, because she used to get up really early, and then I think because I don't get her out until late, she was just like, I'm just gonna have a lie-in. I think I've accidentally made her a bit lazy. So hopefully that'll be fine in her new home. But I'm sure she'll adjust to like whatever time they're around. Good morning, Cal. My first two hamsters were dwarf and my third was a golden. She was so big compared to what I was used to. Honestly, like, because the only hamster I had seen in recent years was Pepper, Gemma's hamster, who was a Rabrovski. When Squeak turned up, I was like, they've given us a baby guinea pig. This isn't a hamster. What the heck? She was so big. Like, Giulietta is a standard sized Syrian hamster, and Squeak was so much bigger than she was. She was huge. It does make me wonder if dwarfs would be easier to handle, because like the problem with Syrians is, well, especially like lady Syrian, is that they're so big. By the time you've got them in one hand and they're walking out of it, there's no wriggle room in your hands. They fill up they just fill up your hands immediately. Whereas like maybe with a dwarf you could actually hold them in one hand and have the other hand free to let them step onto, sort of thing. Good morning, Sambad. Like Giulietta, she's fine with, well, she's not like a big fan of being held, but she's okay with it. It's just that she just keeps on walking, like regardless of whether you've put a hand in front of her, she'll just keep on going. Thank you for the sub. Cavish, thank you very much for the 34 months. Oh my gosh, thank you. My friend recently got a rescue bunny. Turns out it's part Flemish. Oh my goodness. Wiggle room for actual wiggling, yeah. That meme of holding too many limes, but it's just one hamster. She's just like, yeah. It's the same with how Squeak was. It's difficult. You would have thought because they're bigger, it's easier to get a hold of them. But I feel sometimes it's harder because there's just so much wriggly hom. Hello, Fifi. Hello, Fifi. Oh, where's she going? Oh, she's trying to eat my toes. Fifi? Fifi? What are you doing? She pickling. Fifi, hello. Fifi? I've made a mistake following the Bunny Jackpot Foundation because they're like constantly bonding groups of bunnies. So every day on my Instagram I'm just seeing like these trios and quads and these big groups. And they're always like, oh, it's so good to have such a big group for your bunnies. And I'm like, Stop it. Don't tempt me, Frodo. It just again comes down to that thing of like, if only the bunnies were more accepting. If only they were easier to bond. Also, look at Gerry's little mouth. I actually, over the weekend, I was meant to do some work and I was like, do you know what? It's the weekend. I'm going to do my work. So I actually got back to editing a Kirby craft and I didn't get very far because I ended up just having, I was just very distracted. So I was like, oh, do you know what? I can't concentrate. I'm just going to play a game for a bit. But I, oh my goodness, there are yawns. Bunny, thank you very much for the sub. Sorry, wriggling my phone around everywhere. Thank you very much for the 5 months. Thank you. Hello, little baby. But yeah, it's so funny, like, just seeing the difference between the last one I edited and the stuff I know about editing now. I'm like, I've managed to like organize. Oh my god! Well, one of you sit still. You want your treat, don't you? I've managed to like organize the file so much better. I've like processed the audio better and all of this stuff, and it's just like, even in what's been a relatively like short time, it's you know, a lot has. I feel like a lot has improved, but then again, I don't want to set up too high expectations for the next Kirby craft because, hello, because what if it's not good? So I've not learned anything. I'm still on my phone. Kirsty, she has brought her phone down, but I've not grabbed it off her yet. Oh. Good munching bunnies. There you go. Was that nice? Bono. Well, it's Alex's fault. Alex was doing work, so it's one of those things that I was like, well, I guess I may as well work whilst he's working. But also I do really miss like getting Kirby craft done. I'm so sad that I got so behind on all of it. Because I was really enjoying editing those down. But the problem is now because I've like had experience of like editing other stuff, I think now I'm just like, oh, maybe I should do this, and maybe I should start like, oh, Gerry, why are you eating carpet? Maybe I should do it more like this sort of Minecraft video where you have like harsh cuts and you chop loads out, or maybe I should do it like this one where you put music over it to, you know, so there's not these silences when the game doesn't have sound and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh no, am I going to start overthinking this? Where before, I swear I just was like, bish, bash, bosh, it's done. But now I'm like, oh, am I going to become a perfectionist on these and not end up releasing them anyways? Fifi? Oh no, Sandbird, that's Butts. Where did she go? Oh, you're there. Hello. Hello. Good morning, Mexico's. How you doing? But yeah, it would be nice to just get more of them out. Where's the bingo prize? There we go. She's on the right bit now. There we go. Which song is stuck in your head to sing for Totka? I have the Jurassic Park song stuck in my head again because I was watching Tom Hardy this morning. So probably that. I am enjoying editing. I did a different edit recently. Because I've been doing various things that have been like sort of like just playthroughs of games, and then things that have been stream cut downs, and then I've been doing like well, I guess it's mostly just been those two, whereas I did something very different recently, and I'm really tempted to I would love to have a go at editing something like soft focus. So I might just, well, I'm going to message Booth and just say, can I have all the files from one of your previous soft focus so I can practice editing it, please? Let's see what she says. Because the thing I did recently was more that sort of thing. And I did really enjoy it. So yeah, I'd love to give that a go. Is Alex proud of me for editing? Yes and no. I think he's proud because he's just a proud boy anyway. He's very lovely like that. But he's proud in the way that like I think before I was doing this, I was very I just had like constant guilt because I'd like wake up just before bun stream, and then I wouldn't do anything in between streams, and then I would stream, and then I'd be a bit like so I think he's proud that I took that and found something to do in that time, and now feel like I am being more productive. He's not proud, however, of the fact that he suggested that I learn editing about 10 years ago, and I was like, nah, it's not for me. And he's like, imagine if you had started doing it when I told you to do it. He's like, you could have been doing this by now. So in that sense, he's slightly I told you so, but in a very loving way, not in a bad way at all. Booth needs love today. Oh, I hope she's okay. Hope she's okay. What editing software do you use? I've been using Premiere Pro, and it has been fine. But I did have the biggest palaver I've ever had with a video the other day, because it was using Maxon at the same time, so like Red Giant Universe and Premiere Pro, and I'd done the two videos with it before and they were fine. They got on, everything was dandy, and then for this one it was just like, actually I don't think I will. And every time I tried to add in the transitions, it was like, it was so unhappy, and Premiere was just crashing all the time. I ended up having to like make a replica save just because I didn't trust it wasn't corrupting the file by this point. It had so many errors coming up, and I was just like, but yeah, other than that, Premiere has been okay. Like when I've been doing some of the larger edits, it has sort of struggled a bit, which is why I moved to doing to working on a remote PC instead of mine. So the PC I work on now just has it only has my editing stuff on. So little walky way that he did. Morning, Bassett. How was your Bristol weekend? Did you try any good foods? I've had the same with Final Fantasy Savage Raiding. Friends, you should try it. It would take me like a year after that to start Savage Raiding. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. It just has to be like the right time for things, doesn't it? It was very wet. This is true. This is true. It's been very rain in Bristol this weekend. We luckily managed to avoid most of it. Like we popped to the big shop on Saturday and just managed to avoid it both there and on the way back. And then when we were out yesterday, it rained whilst we were out and then stopped for the time we were getting home. So we were like, oh. Morning, Sam. We hid inside for most of it. I didn't want to go out and get... Oh no, that's poo. That's poo. Well, when you're next down, you'll just have some food catching up to do. No, Kirsty's I think she's having, well, she's only down for a couple of days. So I think she's back home on Wednesday. So yeah, she's just enjoying her time off, which is again why I was tempted. I was thinking like, oh, what if I took Tuesday off and I just did some odd jobs and hung out with Kirsty. But yeah, I'm seeing her tonight. After Strem, which shall be nice. I hear despite the rain, the baby racing still went ahead. Oh my gosh. Those hardy babies. Hardy babies. But truth be told, I don't know what her plans are. After prying tabs from your arms, yeah. Oh, lovely Taboo. Lovely Taboo. I was showing Alex yesterday how cat's claws work, because I'd been trying to explain to him how cat's claws work, and I wasn't doing a very good job of like it's like it just bursts out when you squeeze it. He was like, what? So when I was like holding tabs and I was like, oh, I can show you what I meant like weeks ago about cat's claws. So I just gave his poor little squeezy squeeze and he was like, oh. It's like, yeah, see? But yes, my best friend was driving outside the Ostrich on Sunday, so I watched that, had a little walk around Queen Square. It was very busy this weekend, I imagine, because of all like the harbour stuff going on, which was very noisy. But yeah, very busy, rainy weekend to be in Brazil. But I saw this TikTok the other day that was this person who I guess looks after big cats, and they were squeezing they were like showing off their retractable claws, and oh my gosh, they're like huge, like squeezing like a lion's paw and getting this massive like dagger out. It's very, very brave. Retractable nails will be handy. I think that makes me feel weird. I think because, have you ever done that thing where you've accidentally like bitten like a nail, or you've torn a nail and it's gone too low and suddenly you just have like exposed nubbin like that, like, oh, the idea of just having like exposed, like constant exposed nubbin is just like that's that would be weird. But then again, I guess if you were born with it, maybe that would be normal and you wouldn't. Then you'd never have to worry about exposed nubbin, because surely you'd build up some sort of resistance and then you just have constant nubbin and it wouldn't feel exposed. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe. What if instead of retractable nails, you have retractable fingers? What, so when people got into like fights outside the pub, they wouldn't have to worry about, they could just start hitting each other. They just retract all of their fingers. What came first, the exposure or the nubbin? It just reminds me, like when people lose fingers, it just reminds me of E.T. E.T.'s little like nubbin fingers, and it makes me uncomfortable. That reminds me, actually, I joined a Discord. the other day, and the speaking of ET being horrendous, I joined this Discord, and the pronoun react thing is for she, her is something I have a phobia of, and I couldn't bring myself to click the emote react. So I was like, I'm just gonna be a mystery. I don't have any pronouns anymore. I'll never tell, because I was like, I just really don't want to click it. Even though once I clicked it, it would be fine. I'd never have to think of it or see it again. So yeah. I was thinking, should I tell people that's why? And then I was like, no, it's fine. They don't need to hear my problems. I'm an amorphous object. I am. All because of a emote react that I don't want to click on. I kept being like, trying to psych myself up and be like, just click on it. It's fine. And then I was like, every time I thought about it, it just made me feel really itchy. But like, not body itchy, like brain itchy. And I was like, oh, no, I can't. So I've left it down to being mystery. I'm doing as little work as possible today, as I found out on Friday that they're ending a lot of contractors' contracts. Oh, that's poop. That is poop. But yeah, fair dues. You just sacked today off. Just have a gaming day today instead. I need to try and think what to do between streams today, because I actually finished my work this morning. I got it all done. I was rendered out and video sent with good time for the bun stream. Just sleep. I guess I could head into I'm playing later. Today is Tears of the Kingdom with Sarah and Shadow. So I will be heading into the office for that. So that'll be on Yogscast. But I've been really struggling with what to play on this here channel. I just, when you, like, sometimes there are so many games I want to play and I don't have time to play them all, and I get really excited for them. And then I guess it's peaks and troughs, isn't it? So I guess at the moment, it's just every time I think of playing a game, I'm like, nah. And I've not found anything that makes me just be like, oh, yeah. It's just been like, I guess. So I need to find the game that's gonna make me be like, ooh. But I've not found it yet. I've been going through my Steam library a lot. But it's just, whatever it is, it's just not there. Either that or I've just not been paying attention to it. But yeah. You've been hooked on Oblivion recently. It's just really nice. It is nice when you find that game. When you find the game that you just want to be playing. I would play more Hades, but I get the feeling that Hades isn't a fun thing to watch. I think it's one of those things that it's like, it's fun to watch when someone first starts, and then from then on it's fun to watch when they're really good. And I've not just started, I'm not really good. So it's difficult. I played Mudrunner a fair bit over the weekend and liked it more than I thought. Mudrunner, well, I've not played Mudrunner, but SnowRunner is very good. I do need to find my next Littlewood type game, but I'm hoping that it will be what you call it? Not Palia, the other one. Oh no, that's been the closest to what I've been tempted by. Viva Pinata 2 is a good temptation. Because it has been long enough since I played the first one now that I think I could. What was I going to say? What was the other thing I was thinking? Coral Island. That's the one. If they finally have put out Coral Island and it's got more events rather than it being because when I played it before, the spring event was just like, this will be in the game eventually. And I'm like, you can't put it into early access and not have the spring event. That's like releasing Stardew and not having the spring dance yet. So yeah. Hello. But then again, obviously it's going to be like Tiny Teams soon. So there'll be like lots of different games to play then. So maybe that week I can just do Tiny Teams games to show off some of those. Would you maybe like Fallout? I don't think it's my sort of game. But I don't, truth be told, I don't really know what Fallout is. Isn't it just like a post-apocalyptic like shooty game? I used to play the Fallout mobile game, the one where you would just, what was it? You just like build your bunker. What's the one that I tried? Was it Fallout Shelter? Was it that one? And it was just like, it was very cute. And I enjoyed that one. But the actual game itself, yeah. I don't know if I'd like anything that you have to shoot dogs in is generally like a bad, yeah, Mexico's, you had the same thought as me. Anything that you have to shoot dogs in tends to be a no-no game for me. Fifi, that sounds so dry. Dave, thank you very much for this up. 30 months at tier 2, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. It's the opposite end of the spectrum compared to Sips and dogs. Yeah, I want to protect all the doggos. Oh, Fifi, I want to give your eye a wipe. Can I reach the... Oh, I can. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Wait there, baby, go. Oh, she's so good. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, yes, she is. Oh, look at that. She's so good. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I've not played Okami, no. I've got it in my library. But maybe that could be one. I've not played that yet. Smushy, smushy, smushy. Smushy. Fifi's so cute today. She is very cute. You got these little chomps. You got these little chomps. Chomps. You got chomps. Yeah, I'll give Okami a go. Maybe that could be my Thursday game, because at the moment I've just put it down as game because I couldn't decide what to play. The problem is a lot of the time I do my schedule whilst I'm waiting for like something to process whilst I'm editing, and then I'm like, oh, I have a notification. And then I'm like, my concentration is split, so I'm not really paying attention to what games I'm going to play. But yeah, that could be good. But yeah, Tiny Teams is it usually like the first week of August? Playtop came out during Tiny Teams, and that was the 4th of August. So yeah, I guess it must be the first week or the second week. I don't know. I'm sure they'll probably announce the dates for it soon. Oh my gosh, Rob, there is actually an FMV game that I really want to play, but I don't know if it would be too... I don't know if it would be too, like... It seems a bit, like, spoopy, and I'm like, oh, would this be a bad vibe? But I would like to give it a go. I don't think it's even out yet. It's one that's, like, set in a hotel, and this guy goes to like stay in the hotel and then maybe there's a murder or something. It feels like a little bit Poirot-y. But it looks really good. And it's like, yeah, I'd be, if it had anywhere near the same vibes as Contradiction, I would definitely be very down for that. And then isn't there like a Jesse Cox one coming out soon, or has it just been made? Or there's another one. Any good games you can play a few mins of at a time between working? Oh, I mean, for me, that's always like card games. Those are the sorts of games that I'll play for a little bit between things. But I haven't really played anything outside of streaming for so long. Point and click games, I feel like, can be good, but it's difficult for streaming because point and click games tend to attract like they get like a core fan base. So you get the sorts of people who will only show up to streams that are doing that game, and then they will do the thing of they will just turn up and they'll be like, pick up the thing and put it there, and you're like, okay. So like, yeah, I guess that is the worry with that sort of like point and click thing. Or yeah, it's difficult. The Undertale problem, precisely. Oh, sorry, Fifi. I just accidentally moved the rug. I literally moved the rug from under her. Literally. Poor soft friend. And I just shifted the rug. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little one. Don't say Undertale in front of her. No, she doesn't like Undertale. It's just so odd, like how you do just get these like the people who they just go. It's like there's no logic to me to people who are like, I love this game so much and I want people to play it, so I'm going to go around and ruin it for as many people as I can. And you're like, but what? But why? It's like Rythian and Hollow Knight. He loves that game and he loves to watch people play it, so he lets them play it. He is there for advice, but he actually let them play it. Whereas other people, they seem to be like, I love this game, so I want to watch it played exactly how I played it every time. Stop enjoying it. If I ever play Kingdom Hearts, should be as silent as possible. Like, because there's something nice to be like, someone showed up to your stream role playing as one of the characters. I remember that. Undertale just has its own like, yeah, it's a very interesting one. That with the, it's like the parents who push their kids into hobbies and have no interest. Yeah. Yeah. It's very odd. And I remember getting that a bit with when I first started playing XCOM 2. You'd get like, hello. You'd get people just being like, no, move to there. Move this character. No, move them over there. Shoot that one. You'd be like, why don't you go play the game? If you want to play the game, you go play the game. It's yeah. There are certain games that just seem to get it more than others. And it is very odd. Can't believe Kirsty would do this. I don't think I even knew Kirsty when I did XCOM 2. I think that was before we'd started streaming together. That must have been before Astroneer. Smoky Horizon, thank you very much for the follow. I'm playing Stardew with Ruth, who has never played it before, and trying not to give her answers to questions because it's fun to see her experience it for the first time. It is difficult when you're like, when it's a game you do, because when Playtup first came out, I was really bad for it. I would like watch people stream it and I'd just be like, oh, you could just do this if you want. And I'll just be like, no, you're doing the thing again, so stop it. So I do appreciate it can be like when you're so passionate about something, you want to be helpful. But yeah, you just need to let them cook. Really wish I was around for your Hollow Knight streams. I wish they were recorded somewhere. They're just lost to the ether now, which is probably quite good because they were very potato mic and shyness. When we played Ravenswatch, I just wanted you and Lime to suffer. Thank you, Lobotta. That's how you know that you care. It's because you let us experience the suffering. Can you ask the ether to give it back? Maybe. There is some like now the streams are very shy Mike and potato. True. Very potato. He's under the table. I guess it's time for me to head off. I guess I should have... Well, can I even be bothered to have breakfast? I might just have a nice lunch instead. Lunch? If he feeds you on lunch? Very brave for your first charity stream. Yeah, from then on I was just like, oh, do you know what? I'll just go on mic now. They've seen every face I'm ever going to pull. May as well just do it. Good morning, Kraken. Let's stay with the buns a bit longer. I mean, do I have anything I need to do? I just need to get the bus to the office. I guess I need to put clothes on. That'll be good. I need to think what to wear because I'm going out after the stream. But you don't want to go to the office in things that you're going out in. So I need to just wear something to go out. You need to give Taboo a kiss from all of us. He's a baby. I don't think he's behind the door. I'm guessing he's gone to be with Alex. Going clubbing? No, I don't go clubbing. I'm going to karaoke. We can go to let's go to Overlight. Let's go say hello. My friend booked karaoke, but then accidentally messaged me the wrong thing and was like, I've booked bingo. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I've never done bingo before. This genuinely sounds amazing. I'm well up for this. And then they were like, oh no, sorry, I meant karaoke. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I like karaoke, I guess. But now I really want to go and do bingo. So if anyone wants to go to Bristol and hit up the bingo halls with me, let me know. Because I am down for that. Arnold, do you want to go do some bingo together? I just think it sounds like it could be pretty fun. Just putting a little stamp on things. I would go for realsies. It just sounds like it's really good. I'm in. Nice. Well, everyone, have a very lovely day. I'll see if I can find you a boy quickly. I think he's having a toffee. You'll be unsurprised to see it. His 11 o'clock toffee. Sorry, I hit the chair. But yeah, everyone, I'll be back on the Yogscast channel at 2 playing Tears of the Kingdom. And I will speak to you all soon. Fifi, that's my toes. Look after yourselves, everyone. Fifi. Fifi, what are you doing? Bye-bye. What are you up to? You're being a menace. Oh, hello. There we go. Bye-bye. Be good. Ooh.